Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper here with Plugin Boutique, and today we're checking out Loc-Ness by Tone Empire. This is what's called a smash box, and it's generally purposed for drum processing. There are a few different controls here, and they're all really cool, and you can get some really great sounds, especially if you're going to go a little bit on the parallel processing side. I'm going to show you how to do a couple of cool things here at the end of the video, but before we do that, I want to just go ahead and run through these controls. There's not a lot, but it's worth mentioning what they are and what they do. So let's go ahead and get started. Checking out Loc-Ness by Tone Empire. First up, we got the crust knob here, and this is saturation. So if we increase this, we're going to increase the saturation or the tone color drive. And you can actually change the saturation modes down here. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you're adjusting here, what you might want to do when you jump right in is crank it up real high and then flip through these to see what the tone is. And then once you have something close to where you want it, kind of start pulling it back and getting the right mix down. Next up, we got the smash knob. This is a limiter. As you increase this knob right here, it's a limiter that increases the sustain. And I'm going to show you about this so you can hear it. But like, for example, if the reverb is kind of set back in the drum loop you're using and you want to kind of bring it out, using this smash knob is really going to help with that effect. And just another quick note, the signal flow from the crust to the smash is in a serial manner. And this is reminiscent of the old school 1176 compressors, all buttons in smash mode, but a lot smoother in the digital age here. Beyond that, we've got some filtering. We've got the low cut and the high cut right here. As you can see, when I was working on this earlier, I kind of rolled off that low end just in case there was getting any stereo imaging down there or stereo field width. And I also rolled off the highs because the saturation can get quite bright. And I found that just warming up those midtones is what really set my drums apart from what they were in the beginning. Then we also have the dry-wet mix right here. It's a little bit different than just one knob, but I find it's pretty useful having it like this. I mean, if you want to go 50-50, just go 5-5 and you should be good. Another thing too is just listen, A/B your drums while you're working with this and see how much louder they're getting. If they're getting way too loud, then you might want to adjust the mix over here. If you want to invert the phase between the wet and the dry signal, you just got to turn this button on right here. And then we have a trim, which is just essentially a gain knob right here if you want to make things louder or quieter instead of mixing between the dry and the wet. So if you have like a good balance that you want to keep, but it's still too loud, you can roll back right here, of course, on your channel inside of your DAW as well. And there are some, quite a few actually presets inside of here. So you can see you can get a lot of different things going on if you look at this drum saturation. And another thing too, you'll notice from here, we've got bass. This is another thing I might use this on is a bass line. And really just anything you want to be highly saturated and kind of smashed, you know what I mean? It's a smash box, so if you want to smash something, this is the go-to. So let's go ahead and jump into this and just see what it sounds like on this drum loop I've got here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off real quick. Let's go ahead and loop this real fast. And this is the drum loop. So let me show you what I mean with the crust and the smash knobs here. You see how it's really bringing out that reverb from that clap? That's what I was talking about before. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and turn this up. And let's go ahead and flip through these different types to see if we can't hear a difference. And you know what? Another example might be to go ahead and just totally open up these filters so you can hear them as they will be. So one is kind of the more relaxed, laid back saturation, while it kind of progresses as you go up to 4, which is red. So it's obviously like, hey, this is going to be crazy. But again, what you might want to do is choose one of these and then use your filtering system in conjunction with the dry-wet balance to get something that sounds a little good. So let's go ahead and make these drums sound a little bit better using Loc-Ness. So I think that sounds pretty good, and I think it also gives you a good example of what can be done using Loc-Ness. This is available right now in Plugin Boutique. Highly suggest checking out. There's links in the video description. I'm Joshua Casper. We'll see you next time.